Hey guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Today we are going to talk about protein powder, but specifically Jack Factory Whey protein. Now this is a great combination. I love the macro profile on this. Of course, it's not for everybody. I mean, there's so much to consider when you are looking for a good quality protein powder. Like, for one, what is the cost per serving? What is the overall taste? If it tastes like crap, you're not going to drink it regardless of its benefits. Fight me on that. I mean, that just is how it is. Another thing you want to consider is what are the ingredients in it? Are there a bunch of filler ingredients, or is it a clean product with minimal ingredients that's going to maximize your results? Now, a couple things just to note right off the bat before we get into the specifics of this protein powder. We talked to a registered dietitian. I mean, I feel like this is kind of information that everybody will know, but get your protein from Whole Foods first. Like, that is where we look. That is where we want to start. And then you're going to want to supplement. So let's say you are on a high protein diet, like you are trying to get those gains. You are trying to effortlessly maximize that muscle protein synthesis. You are wanting to be recovered. Then look to the supplements. And so it works in tandem together. So obviously get your protein from your Whole Foods first, then look at supplementation. Before we get into the specifics of this protein right here, go ahead, make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you can continue to see videos just like this one today. If you want to go ahead and purchase this product, we've made it super easy. Place a link below the like button. When you do use that link, it does give us a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. And lastly, this was said to us by the company. However, that doesn't change what I'm going to say about it. You're going to see I am going to be brutally honest about what I think about this protein. And let me just say, it's not all butterflies and roses, okay? All right, so first I really want to hit home. I do think this is a quality protein macro value, okay? Whenever you're looking at a protein, you want to have at least 20 grams per serving. With most of the Jack Factory, it hits the 24 to 25 gram, depending on what flavor you're looking at. So this one specifically here, this is the salted chocolate caramel. It has 24 grams. So again, you're gonna find that 24 to 25 gram protein dosage in about every one of their containers. Studies have shown that in order to maximize muscle growth, but not only just maximize muscle growth, but also recover effectively, you have to have a good amount of protein built into your diet. So a lot of times, registered dietitians, a lot of the scientific community is now coming on the train to say that 1 gram per pound of desired body weight is a good starting point. Now, of course, you can get into the weeds. If you're looking to be shredded, you might have a higher dosage of protein. If you're looking to bulk, your macro profile might look a little bit different. But overall, our goal, especially as people who are working out, wanting to actively build muscle, is to have that 1 gram per pound of body weight. In terms of cost per serving, this is actually pretty decent and comes in at $1.50 per serving. When we compare that to something like Transparent Labs, it comes in at $2 per serving, or even at Legion Athletics also comes in at $2 per serving. This is definitely a better deal. It also has 98 grams of potassium. I love that they've added potassium in this. It does so much for your body. We'll talk about that in a second. But it does fall short a little bit. So in regards to potassium, Transparent Labs has 130 milligrams, whereas Legion Athletics has 190 milligrams per serving. So again, this has 98 milligrams of potassium per serving. So definitely kind of falls short in that category. One thing that I really, really like about potassium added to a protein is it does a really good job of regulating your heartbeat, metabolizing carbohydrates, and then also recovery. All right, so in terms of taste, I tasted this one. I also tasted their peanut butter one. My first initial thought was oh my gosh, this is actually pretty good. I actually really like this. But then as I continued to drink this, it just felt entirely too sweet. So it was kind of like that first bite, I was like, yes, I got that sugar hit. I loved it. It was sweet. But as I continued to drink it, it almost made me feel sick. I definitely thought it was too sweet on both of the flavors that I tried. So for me, I probably wouldn't buy this just based on taste alone. Now, one thing I do find super interesting about the sweetness of their product, and a lot of the products they use sucralose and stevia. Some of their products are only using stevia, but some they have that added sucralose. In my mind, I'm what makes that better? Because for me, it felt just overly sweet. I kind of wish they would have just kicked sucralose to the curb and just stuck with stevia in all their products. Now, Jack Factory doesn't have a long list of ingredients that I think is something somebody should always look for. If there is a long list of ingredients or they're not giving the proper dosage listed on that ingredient list, I would just skip it. With Jack Factory, you have whey protein concentrate as well as whey protein isolate. and then a few other ingredients as well. With Jack Factory, you actually have a complete protein source. This is key. Now, a lot of plant proteins don't actually have a complete protein source. In order to achieve a complete protein source, which is essential to all of the things we want, when we are looking for a protein powder, you have to combine a pea protein and a rice protein. With a whey, you're actually going to have a complete protein profile. Not only just whey, but you can also look for casein or an egg protein profile. And that's going to have your complete or your essential amino acids listed within that, and that is exactly what we're looking for. In terms of grass-fed whey versus like non-grass-fed whey, for whatever reason, every single product that I have tested that has grass-fed whey, I think just inherently tastes better. I don't know why. I think that you could set 2 drinks next to me and have one be grass-fed and have one not be, and I would always choose the grass-fed without even knowing, because really, I do just naturally think it tastes better. Last thing I want to say about Jack Factory specifically, this is not a third-party tested product. Now, this is something that I'm going to look for in my products. It's something I encourage other people to look for in their products, even though they are going to pay more, even though it is more expensive. But without third-party testing, I really don't think athletes would benefit from using something like this, because there could be potentially banned substances, there could be contamination of heavy metals within that product, and that is obviously something we want to avoid. So if you can pay a higher price point for a third-party tested product, I say go ahead and do that. But I mean, I've used non-third-party tested proteins and supplements for a long time. So far, I'm still living. Am I normal? Probably not. Probably a little screwy, but I mean, I'm still kicking, right? I'm still here. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today regarding this protein powder. Make sure you check out some of our other videos. Thanks for sticking with us. This has been Lindsay with Garage Reviews. Peace.